Next on Power. Nah. Next on Conversations with Cliff.
If my daughter comes to me and say, Daddy, my husband cheated on me, I'm gonna say, Princess, is he a good provider? Yes. Does he take good care of you? Yes. You ever disrespect you, raise his hand to you? No. Outside of this cheating, is he what you need in a man? Yes, he is. Was this thing purely sexual? Was it a hit and miss? Or is he really feeling this woman? If she tells me this was a hit and miss, go have a conversation with him about his infidelity. Let him know you do not like it. I will never tell you not to leave a man because he cheated. You want to leave him because he cheated? Go ahead and do it. But I want to ask you a question. How many men you expect to find out there who are never going to go outside that marriage at least occasionally to experience another woman? I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it's not realistic to leave a good man for an oops.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Conversation with Cliff. I'm joined with the usual suspect. I got Uncle Cousin, a.k.a. Mr. Dooley County, a.k.a. Port who didn't know it, a.k.a. he always going to have something to say because that's just how he is, man. You can't stop.
You know this.
I got Queen 17, a.k.a. the Conscious Queen, a.k.a. Black Mercury Mutant, a.k.a. Black Jewel, a.k.a. she's a shooter. So, we just going to dive right into it, man. We just listened to that Dr. Umar clip on him giving advice to his daughter about being cheated on by her boyfriend, husband, what have you. I want to flip the script. Would you give the same advice to your son? Queen.
What'd you say? What'd you say now? No, I would not give the same. But I wouldn't give that advice to my. I'm confused because the advice was just kind of all over the place. But no, I wouldn't give that advice to my son. First of all, if you're a boyfriend and you already cheating, what we doing? Get on. Like you didn't even make it to the husband stage, and y'all right. Built some things, and time has got invested in assets, and shit happens. Yeah, shit happens. Right. You didn't even get that far. You a cheating ass boyfriend. Like so, next, move on.
So what about husband, our wife? Your son is now married, and they've been together however long, but they're married. Would you tell him to leave his wife if he came and said, "Ma, she cheated on me"? What should I do?
I am gonna tell him to do what's best for him. First of all, because it's not good to get in the middle of no relationship and give advice on what somebody should do. But I'm gonna tell him it's a good chance. First of all, it's a good chance that if a wife cheated on you, she's leaving you. Women don't stick around and cheat on their husbands. We out the door. Usually. Usually.
I'm glad you do that usually in there.
Yeah, I'm not saying all the time. But if a woman is cheating on her husband, even if she don't leave, she's already emotionally gone. She might not leave because of the stability of it. She might not leave because of all the things that would have to be split. But if she's cheating, if a woman is cheating on her husband, she already checked out. Especially if you found out about it. Because women are like cats. We go shit in a distance. Y'all, like dogs, y'all shit right in the living room where people step in it and god damn. You feel me? So, yes, if you find out your wife is cheating, she already gone. Even though if the body is there or not, she's gone.
You got the same advice, and we flipping it back. You got the same advice. Are you giving the same advice Dr. Umar gave to his daughter? Are you giving that to your daughter? You on mute.
No, I'm not. I'm not telling my queens that, my princesses that. No, I'm telling my princesses that they need to operate from a state in which they feel is best for them. You know, truly, I do agree with what he said. You have a conversation and ascertain what it was that caused that disruption in your connection. Because in some cases, it's just some individuals. They that's just their being. You know, that's their genetic makeup. That's who they are. They're social butterflies.
So the same advice is you giving the same advice to your son?
Yep. The exact same advice. because they have to live with the choices and decisions that they make in life. So, that's something that I tell my kids is whatever you do, you process it for you and gain an understanding of what it is for yourself and how it fits in your life before you attach yourself to it.
I'm kind of on the fence. For one of my sons to come to me and give me that information means they really care.
Yep.
Wife, girlfriend, don't matter. For them to come and say, Dad, so and so did X, Y, and Z. What should I do? I don't. I gotta give them a kind of politically correct answer. Like, son, what do you feel like you need to do? Have you talked to her about it? How is she treating you? Better yet, there it is. How is she treating you, or how has she treated you up until this point that you found out? Did she treat you like trash, or was she acting the same? Because both ways is kind of a double-edged sword. If she
Yep.
was treating you the same and she was out here doing whatever, yeah, that means she capable of doing that again, and you'll never know.
That means that is her genetic makeup. That is what she is. You know what I mean? She enjoys connecting with others and don't see nothing wrong with it. And if there are plenty of beings that are of that nature in this world, you know what I mean? And hey, live, love, enjoy how you see fit.
And did she come and tell him?
Or did he find out?
That would make a difference. Did she come and tell him about this act? Because that remorse is always a great thing if you love somebody. But if you found out and there was no signs, like you said, it was no.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, well, hey, man, it happened, and
Nah, see, ain't
yeah,
shit just happen now. Ain't see,
well,
that's that bullshit. Ain't shit just happen.
not even that it just happened. People gonna come up with whatever excuses they come up with. It's just the delivery. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody can be moving however they're moving, and we can take cheating off the board. You can have a gambling problem. You can have a
Right,
addiction,
drinking problem,
whatever, a
whatever. Yeah,
drinking problem, whatever it is. They moving how they moving, and you don't know, and then you find out how you find out. Kind of determines what your next step is.
And I mean, I think it's important to know who you dating or who you marrying also, because as I'm getting older, I mean, it make more sense. A lot of people not just cheating or have these issues just because. These are usually things to fulfill something, to fill holes, to fill emptiness.
Yeah.
And us as women, we take it personal, like, oh, it's something against me.
yeah. And it has
Most of the
nothing to
time, it has nothing to do with us.
right. Yeah, it's all on that individual.
It's something that's going on with them that they feel like they need to fulfill to fill in something else that's missing. That has nothing to do with you. You can do everything right. That's why we hear women talking about they did everything right. They washing his feet, they running his bath water, they cooking for him, and he's still cheating because he was brought up in a certain situation. And you know what I'm saying? If you don't heal certain things and you don't talk about certain things and clear certain wounds, them things are gonna keep repeating themselves.
So
Facts.
I want to. That's a two-part thing in there that you just said. The other day I posted a clip of a man getting pampered by his wife, his woman, whoever, whatever. Um, a lot of women was like, hell no. That's husband duties. Those is wifely duties. As a girlfriend, I would never. And then some women was like, nope. Some women didn't comment. Some of them hit me in the inbox and was like, hell no. I'm not doing that for no man because that's sassy or that's zesty. Any man that wants his woman to pamper him, I'm gonna look at him sideways.
Right, but see now that same female would want that dude to have that laid out for her that exact same way. That's how she would
So
expect her. She would expect to get that type treatment. However, she's not willing to give that type of treatment. Show
yeah,
me what society that works in.
I
yeah,
say date with no regrets.
there it is.
If you clean his feet, you give him pedicures, you do all those things and it don't work, guess what? You did what you were supposed to do. You still a good woman, and vice versa.
Right.
And if it do work, it then great. Y'all see what works. But you automatically cutting yourself off if you automatically go in with the mindset, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, do what you think gonna make y'all situation great.
Yep.
And if it don't work, you gave it your best and you
That's
move
all.
on. And that person just wasn't worth it. It ain't got
Right.
nothing to do with you. Why
That's
lower
all.
yourself and who you are, trying to show what you not gonna do because you scared of being hurt? Go heal.
Exactly.
Go Hill is the
Go
message.
heal.
That
What
part.
part of the game? And I think this is more towards the youngins than people in our age range. Like if you're in the dating pool, you got to be kind of laying it all out. You ain't got to give them everything in your arsenal bag, but you got to be giving up some husbandly, some wifely things before you get the ring in order to get there. Who wants to propose to somebody who's holding back? And that's on both sides. If a
Well,
man is not taking care of the house in a way, and a woman is not showing that she can be a wife, why would I marry you? And I'm not saying you got to go full force. Like I'm gonna move, I'm gonna stay in my apartment over here or my house, and I'm gonna pay your bills over here,
no.
or vice versa. Or I'm gonna shower you with gifts every week or every month, whatever the case is. I'm not saying you got to go all out, but you got to show me something that says you're worth going to the next level to.
I wonder if things would change if we, and I'm speaking we, like when I'm speaking, I'm throwing myself in. I wonder if things would be different if we did those wifely things like, pedicures, cooking, but we kept the coochie to ourselves. Be be more
But
precise
would
in
you?
what you hold. Like,
But
would it
it,
make a difference?
it
Because,
are you now? But now, are you going to be a complete individual? Because
but I'm,
that's one aspect of you
you
that
know
you
why I'm
taken
asking
out of
that?
this equation.
You know
But
why I'm
so you
asking that? Because when a woman gives you her body, she's giving you everything, whether she tells you that or not. Once we give you
when
that,
a being shares their body, that gives you everything,
but
male or female.
technically women are receivers. Y'all input whatever. When a woman gives you their temple, okay, that's why they act crazy when you start tripping afterwards. Or when men switch up, they get it. They don't give out to every woman and switch up when they give it to them. No, they switch up when they get it. So I wonder would things be different if we did all those other things, but we kept the sex? Because now we showing you our qualities without the confusion of intertwining sexually. Because sex confuses things every time. It just does. It seems like no matter what you do, sex distorts things.
I think we started with the sex and then did the other things later and then try to pull back on it. I'm not gonna pamper him or I'm not gonna take her out on no trip because she ain't showed me that she can do X, Y, and Z. But we already had sex.
Yeah.
Like we already crossed that threshold. It should have been in reverse where we were getting like it blows my mind when people say, "Well, I'm getting to know with him. I'm getting to know this person. I'm taking my time." You already had sex. What are y'all getting to know and taking your time for?
Right. What you getting to know
Yeah.
now? You don't have you sampled you've experienced them at their full capacity.
And
Now
not
there might
just
be
one
a couple
time.
of there might be a couple of tricks that they didn't show you at that point in time, but still you've experienced them.
So maybe if we women and was to show all our other qualities first. So then
Maybe
when the
yeah,
sex do
maybe
come,
maybe
so when the sex do come, if that man is for you, he already like
it's that much
in
better.
because of who you are, what you've shown him outside of that. So the sex is like icing. It's gonna be great regardless.
Right. It's that
You
much
know,
better because
we in reverse. I think we in reverse,
We
which
in reverse.
we've been told that, but we've been told to
well, okay,
keep
so
all the activities of wifey. You know what I'm saying? Don't do none of that. Let him show you everything. I don't think that's the case. I think the
No.
sex, we got to learn how, not to give in on that point, but show him the other qualities. You know.
And I'm not saying take sex all the way off the board because
I
then
know
you
damn well
open it
you
up.
ain't. You finna get your ass kicked off the internet.
No, I'm not
You'll
saying that
never
because
be able to
Get
speak
your
again,
ass
man.
kicked
yeah.
Y'all,
off the
this
internet.
man on the internet said, take sex off the board for me. A man said that, man, and he heterosexual, man. A heterosexual man said, take sex off the table.
But
let me
would it
let me
make it work? Because this way ain't working. Like women giving you
it's
their bodies thinking, we
So
think
okay,
like,
so what about the young man that get his butthole ate for the first time and he doing everything that it takes to whatever this woman wants. She got three grown kids or whatever, and he taking care of her and them. You know what I'm saying? What
Wait a
about
minute,
that
this
young
shit
man?
sound personal.
Huh?
Where? So
You know what I'm talking about, Clip, them young soldiers.
No,
You know
I
what
don't know. I
I'm
don't know
talking about.
nothing.
Don't
No,
ask.
sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. This ain't the porch. This ain't on the front porch. My
Thank
bad,
you,
man.
sir.
My bad. Yeah, we'll say that. We'll say that for the front porch. Yeah,
Leave that on the porch. You talking
yeah.
about ass 8 and 3 kids and taking care. I don't know nothing. But I get what Uncle's saying. I kind of saying. It's a double-edged sword, but I get both sides. Where Uncle's coming from and where Queen is coming from, sex complicates and puts mud in the water to where you don't have to give it up so soon. So we getting to know each other. A month goes by, we ain't had sex. Cool. I'm feeling you out, you feeling me out. 2 months go by. We might have sex. Cool. After you have sex, if you give it a little time, it'll kind of reveal something. Does the person start acting different? Then you start acting different. Do they continue the things that they were doing the 2 months prior? Do you continue to do the same things you were doing 2 months prior? Was the sex good? Was it trash?
I think that would be the only reason that the energies or actions would change was if the sex was trash and somebody don't want to admit that aspect of the connection ain't hidden, or the mental level of the connection ain't what is hidden, but the sex is hidden. You know, there's a mishap somewhere, and instead of having that just simple, honest conversation, individual will present a representative to be whatever that other person want them to be when they know full and goddamn well that ain't them.
And let's put a disclaimer that all situations different, because I mean, you might meet that one. You like tonight. Tonight, I don't care what happened tomorrow. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
let's not
Tonight is
act
going
like
down.
you can meet somebody and sleep with them in the first week and y'all be together forever. Sometimes it can just be that.
It happens.
Like, I don't want to come out here like it's XYZ. No, it's not no formula to this thing called
really
love. Especially now.
No, there isn't. There
It
is
really
not.
ain't. Yeah,
Because baby,
I've been with my wife since '92.
And what you saying?
Long time.
Very
first experience. Very first
You're leaving that other
experience.
part
You know
out.
what I mean?
Yeah, like
long time. You know, you had to learn yourself back in those early days. You would learn. I was learning myself. She was learning herself. You know.
So y'all decided to learn each other together.
Exactly. We grew and learned each other together, and we still learn each other every day. Because I mean, the way you feel right now might not be the way you feel in 10 minutes.
True.
And you have that freedom as an individual to say, "No, I don't feel like that right now," and it should be respected because you are in control of your vessel.
You know, y'all say we unstable creatures, so the chances are likely that we gonna switch up.
Yeah,
No
because
they already know.
So what?
Because y'all are
very
unstable creatures.
Unstable creatures.
Very.
I've met, and this is probably my 18, 19, 20s. I met a girl. She was on that. She had an older, mature mindset, and she just was like, "We're not having sex. We don't get to know each other." I'm like, "Cool," but she didn't know I was on some savagery. You could have played with me and withhold sex, but want me to do all these other things. I played the game. 6 months. She made me wait 6 months. And when I got it, I got it. And I'm talking about foot on the neck.
Yeah.
Just stroking her out. Yeah. The beat it up right, then all that.
To beat it up right.
Yeah.
All that. Put it up on her.
That third vertebrae move. You know what I mean? We're trying to make that third
all
vertebrae
that.
shit. Yeah.
And when I went up in that thing, that was it. All my feelings and in 6 months of holding back and all that, and
see, you never know. Like, you make somebody wait, and now
but that's what happens when
now you become a conqueror.
Those situations.
Now you become a conqueror because now you're dealing with ego. You know,
because it was a conversation.
Exactly,
and
Queen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It wasn't that she made me wait.
It's that young state of mind.
So what was it? It wasn't that she made you wait. So what was it?
it was the way she was going about it, like, I got the best thing on the planet and you need to wait and work for this. Like, she didn't have to do anything. She was the total package prize, and I was the one that was going to receive this awesome, amazing gift once I got it. She wasn't doing anything. She wasn't, let's go to lunch. Let's go to this, let's go on a date. Let's get to know each other. It was, I had to plan everything. I had to initiate all things that were going on because she was what now I know as a passenger princess. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was doing all that.
I'm cute. You're supposed to pay for me to go because I'm cute.
I'm pretty.
So if she would have seriously dated you, like, come on, I feel like going to the movies. It's on me tonight. Like, let's actually chill and be friends. Like,
right.
It would have been different. You wouldn't have wanted to do her like, gotcha.
Exactly. That's somebody you can build with. I mean, you've drained me. You know what I mean? That's all you've been doing for me is taking from me and withholding you.
But the sad thing is, there's women that do that.
Right. And
it's men that's parasites.
Exactly.
And they prey on that. They prey on good-hearted women. They prey on women that come because they ain't used to that. They used to the bloodsuckers. So when they get that, it's like, oh, I'm finna take it for what I can. Instead of like, I sent you a boat, you big dummy. You know what I'm saying? God, like, I sent you a boat, nigga. Like, I tried to, and you just go shit on her like that. So, like, it's no right or wrong way to go about this. You just better hope the person you dealing with got their mind right. That's all you can do is have your mind right.
Sit back and pay attention.
That's it. Because you have to be able to function as a complete individual in order to connect with anyone else. If you have faults within you, those need to be addressed and corrected, especially when you're talking about connecting with someone on a physical.
Conversations with Cliff. I'm a free-thinking spiritual beast. We can keep it ratchet or classy. I'm here for the conversation.